T.U.G.S ladies and T.U.G.S gentlemen, we've just experienced the first major casualty of the Battle Royale wars. The cloud of death, which was closing in on a certain game studio for months, finally suffocated them to the point where it became unsalvageable. A team with high hopes and decent games is no match for the will of the people, especially when the head of the company refused to listen to reason. Bad decision after bad decision has left us with another company cast to the bowels of gaming hell. It's soul-crushing and sad for the team, but also an important lesson for the industry. Fuck not, lest ye be fucked.
Peggy 18.
After an embarrassingly dismal entry into the character-based shooting genre with Lawbreakers, the clock was ticking for Cliff Bleszinski, the guy who created what is arguably the Xbox's second or third biggest franchise, Gears of War. Released last summer, Lawbreakers had some interesting mechanics with decent gameplay and was different enough than the rest to not look entirely like a cash grab, but deciding to charge for the game would certainly prove to be the nail in the coffin for a game that most likely would have found a somewhat healthy player base and steady income through microtransactions.
It's the way of the now. It's not even the future.
Swipe-ro transactions.
Exactly. Going free-to-play with Lawbreakers, it would have been a smart move, and it was a move that was allegedly told to Cliffy B over and over again by the game's publisher Nexon. According to reports online, he refused and decided to move forward with charging for the game. Still, we can't be sure that the price alone is what caused such a low player base, considering that when the game was going through its open betas, it consistently lost players, and that was free. So who knows? There's one thing we do know, however. Lawbreakers held an embarrassingly low player count almost immediately after release and continued to dwindle over the coming months. The player count was so low, in fact, that we joked about making a T.U.G.S team for Lawbreakers esports because we could have literally been a top 5 esports team in the world by just playing the game all together once.
Really missed an opportunity there.
Yeah.
In the wake of the destruction to the company that Lawbreakers caused came Radical Heights.
Woo!
A battle royale game splattered with the color scheme, outfits, and looks of a dystopian 1980s game show. Radical Heights came as a surprise because it was announced just a day before its release, and even though it was widely mocked for its initial trailer, a lot of players found it to be a pretty fun experience, even if they couldn't really explain why they liked it.
It's just Fortnite fatigue, and I'll take anything at this point, damn it.
It was buggy as hell at first, but things started to smooth out, and it actually had some cool features and mechanics built in that allowed it to separate itself from the military style of H1Z1 or PUBG and the outright cartoony mobile gameness of Fortnite.
Still, the game had a lot of issues. There were cheaters, the servers had lag issues, and because of its almost always low player count, you were actually getting a majority of your kills on bots that filled up the game. It seemed like, well, a cash grab. But at least it was completely upfront about this, considering the game itself was literally about grabbing cash. A little on the nose, sure, but it definitely had potential and found its strong point in being the go-to game for Fortnite players and streamers every time that Fortnite went down for maintenance. Really shined then. Sadly, Radical Heights was too little too late for Cliffy B's Boss Key Productions, and in a sudden announcement this past Monday, Cliffy B sent out a tweet indicating that his company was finished and would be closing its doors effective immediately. The tweet reads as follows.
As of today, Boss Key Productions is effectively no more. 4 years ago, I set out to make a world-class video game studio, and I hired some of the best talent in the video game industry. They worked tirelessly to produce quality products, and while we had our ups and downs, I'd like to think we had fun doing it. Lawbreakers was a great game that unfortunately failed to gain traction, and in a last-ditch attempt, we scrambled to do our take on the huge battle royale genre with Radical Heights, which was well received. However, it was too little too late. As for myself, I'm gonna take some time off and reflect. I need to focus on myself and family, as well as my Aussie Teddy, who is slowly fading from us. Jesus. Video games will forever be a part of who I am, and I hope to make something new again someday. However, I need to withdraw and take this time. To those of you who have supported myself in the studio these last 4 years, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and everyone who came to work for me. Please note that the servers for Radical Heights will remain up for the near future.
It would be nice to have the convenience to just say, as for me, I'm gonna take some time off. Wouldn't that be just a nice, convenient thing to do?
As for me, I'm gonna take some time off.
As for the rest of the people at the studio, we are going to scramble for new jobs because we rely on that money to survive in America.
I left, but then I realized I wasn't going to be getting paid. So I'm back.
Anyways, the statement from Cliffy B and the shuttering of his company caught even the people still working on the game by surprise, as one of the producers was pretty much doing an informal Q&A about the work they were doing on Radical Heights when it happened. Ron LaHoy was answering a question related to the addition of female character models to the game, and that's when he found out about the studio shuttering. Here's the tweets. Please add a girl character so I can look pretty. I hate looking like a middle-aged man with awful hair, haha. She's in progress. No ETA quite yet. Damn, thank you for letting me know. Well, scratch that, no female ever. Wow.
Sorry.
He then followed up that with a public tweet that read, that face when your 10-year-old daughter sends a screenshot of the press release about your studio shutting down and asking if everything is going to be okay. That's fucking brutal.
Whoa.
He also went on and tweeted out about all of the upcoming patch notes that would have been added, like new items, abilities, quality of life improvements, some new modes, and those were all to a game that, as of Monday, will never have those things implemented.
What about squads?
No squads, Shibby. Please someone hire this man. Epic, you're right there. Pick them up. They were apparently picking up a lot of these employees. Anyway, so there you go.
Speaking of something that might be also too little too late, H1Z1 is coming to the PS4, and it's going to be free to play.
Woo! At least they got that part right.
So if you have a PS4 and want to check it out, you can give it a shot during the open beta, which starts May 22nd. Apparently, they've redesigned the game and functionality a bit to better suit the PS4's controller, and if nothing else, it'll be another option for PlayStation users when it comes to Battle Royale games, considering that PUBG is technically an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
So we could not find a solid answer as to whether or not the Auto Royale mode would be included alongside the main mode when it hits PS4, but it should, because that mode is honestly a ton of fun and actually brings something new and exciting to the Battle Royale genre, which regular H1Z1 does not.
No.
We've said it before and we'll say it again. H1Z1 needs to pivot entirely into Auto Royale.
Yes.
Especially for PlayStation, where it would act basically as a Twisted Metal Battle Royale until the actual Twisted Metal Battle Royale game is inevitably announced at E3 this year.
I'm putting my money on it.
Yeah, and we can gamble now. This is America, baby.
I'm putting money on this. Wait, actually, it's just, is this a sport? I think it's a sport.
Everything's a sport.
Video game companies living and dying is a new sport.
That's my sport. The most dangerous game.
Yeah. We need a video game company battle royale. Boss Key has exited the fight. Anyways, now for more lawsuit and banning news.
Yeah.
Another developer has been banned from Steam for fake reviews and apparently bullying people who left negative reviews. Acram Digital, who released games like Steam, Rails to Riches, and 8-Minute Empire, has been banned from Steam. Not the game that they made. It's very confusing. They had all their other games removed as well after numerous complaints about fake reviews. In a statement released by Valve, they said that they've received a number of reports from Steam review manipulation on the titles Steam, Rails to Riches, and 8-Minute Empire from Acram Digital. After investigating these reports, we have found that the developer, Grzegorz Kubas, has been trying to inflate the user review score for his titles. This is against our policy and something we take very seriously. Because of Grzegor's actions, we have removed all games/DLC developed by Acram from our store and will no longer be doing business with him. Existing owners will be able to keep their titles.
Oh, good.
Extra dino.
And in response to that, the dev, Agurgaborg, he posted the following comment. You are right, I'm guilty. It came from my frustration of very few bad, unfair reviews on Valve's Steam only. It was stupid action, not something planned. This is my individual bad behavior, not the team, so I would like to blame me, not the devs. It's a lesson for the rest of my life, and it will not happen again, ever. We have never paid for any positive reviews. It was only my 6 fake accounts on Steam, done in amateur way, from the same computer, the same method of payment, the same IP. I was very frustrated. So, sounds like he's not really too sorry, but mostly just frustrated with himself for not covering his tracks very well.
I did it with my 6 fake Steam accounts on the same IP. Stupid Grzegorz.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in lawsuit news, Twitch is actually suing a streamer. That streamer goes by the name Phantom Lord, who tried to sue them after he was kicked off their platform for numerous violations, including gambling on CSGO skins using a website that he was part owner of called CSGO Shuffle. In his lawsuit, he claimed that he was kicked off the site, losing 1.3 million followers for no reason.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
In Twitch's countersuit, they claimed he violated their policies over 15 times and was even warned about his actions numerous times before they finally hit him with the ban hammer, saying within the lawsuit that, quote, throughout 2016, Twitch personnel sent Mr. Varga various notifications and had in-depth Skype conversations with Mr. Varga, informing him that his CSGO skin gambling content, along with his other objectionable content, violated his agreement, Twitch's terms of service, and rules of conduct. Okay, well, we're just assuming he thought that Twitch would just cough up a settlement as opposed to fighting him in court, but turns out he was completely wrong, and now they're seeking an undisclosed amount of financial compensation, according to Kotaku. Who would have thought lawsuits would be this hard?
This is my favorite sport.
I bet his lawyer's probably like, oh, it's easy. They're a big company owned by Amazon. They're not going to want to fight this. Let's go get 50 or 100 grand or so and call it a day. Nope!
They called it bluff.
You got played.
Because Twitch actually answers emails.
Sue YouTube next time.
Yeah, so YouTube would probably be like,
Oh, God, just shut up.
Just give them the money.
Make your fucking Elsa content. Just get out of our face.
You want a YouTube Red show?
Apparently Cobra Kai is great.
That's what I hear. But hey, we've had enough of the unethical practices in gaming. It's time to release the Hound, aka Shibby, to bring you up to speed on the latest expansion for a game that he loves. Will this expansion provide enough content for him to remain happy and allow him to continue to be a shill? Or has he finally snapped? Let's find out.
T.U.G.S Guardians and Space Girls. This week I have the displeasure of reviewing some new content from a game that Ricky tricked me into buying and playing.
Hey, they got you.
I was baited so hard that not only did I buy this season pass, but also gave Destiny 2 PC a positive review. I misplaced my gunners because I must have had some rose-colored glasses on. This week I'm reviewing the newest expansion of Destiny 2 across all platforms, Warmind. Now when I initially bought Destiny 2, once again, tricked by Ricky because he was loving it so much on console, I thought I bought the season pass. And with most PC AAA titles, meant I was covered going forward. Little did I know that this is the expansion pass, and that's not what I thought was advertised. No siree. Lots of re. Oh boy, am I excited! I got this expansion pass for $30 or $40 on top of an already expensive game. Always online, $60 price tag. I mean, it's AAA. You might be thinking, but Shibby, for such amount of money, you can definitely trust Bungie, such a historic developer, and Activision, such a legendary publisher. For $100 of the game and that season pass, you are covered, my friend. They're gonna take real nice, wholesome care of you.
Is this a review entirely just you complaining about not reading the fine print?
Shibby, this
Shitty fans can't read.
or talk. Shibby, this shit is so legit, so polished, so perfect. It's even in the BattleNet launcher. Other than Hearthstone, no trash ever goes there. Not even Call of Duty. Oh, wow, viewer, that's some really great points. Thanks for your vote of confidence. Next thing I know, I'm getting told by Ian that this season pass I bought was actually a scam. I pre-ordered 2 unknown pieces of content on a failing game at basically the same price point as any other consumer. No, not all future content in Destiny 2, just these 2 shitty expansions that arbitrarily increase light level and add more items. Not a bunch of new items, just more old items from Destiny 1. But Shibby, all the new and exciting content. It's all bullshit. This Warmind DLC reuses mostly old assets and even made me go back to the EDZ during the main storyline. No new enemies and only one interesting boss encounter, and this Anna Bray is not an interesting or interesting Lost Guardian. Here. I'm Anna Bray. My family is mysterious and this old barn on Mars is basically my home. These ice road fuckers are here and I'm gonna shoot them with my space rifle and shove these double daggers in their space sticks. And then smack my hands on a keyboard and go do some fetch quests. Wah! Wow. Yeah. Other than a terribly short campaign of mostly reused content, and most of the other shit is PS4 exclusive only for Strikes, Escalation Protocol 9-man event, or the new raid layer, which is still on the old raid planet. They're too damn high of light level for me to even do, because all my friends, even Ricky, quit.
Yep.
Yeah. Worst of all, after these 2 pieces of content, my expansion pass now has been fulfilled. No, not a season pass as I thought. Next go around that Destiny has, a big old content release, I need to bust out my fucking credit card. Destiny 1, if you were an early adopter of that game, it was about $200 in total content. It's insane. Destiny 2 is on track for the same path, and this content being released is total ass. So I like it. Well, overall, Destiny 2 is the worst game on Battle.net, and it makes me a sad space guardian. I give Warmind a 0 out of 10.
But Shibby, the game is finally available for the real price. If you're on PC, click the link below in the description. $12.
It's a trick.
$12.
It's a trick.
No, I tricked you into getting it, and I can trick all of them into getting it. It's only $12 right now.
You gotta pay up to do anything in that game.
It's basically almost free to play.
It should be.
$12. Link below.
Promo code ETC.
Thanks, Jibs, but as always, we need a second opinion. So we turn to the brave souls who risk it all in the review section over at Amazon to see what people really think. This review for Destiny 2 comes from Amazon user Woody, who titled their review, "Great game for filthy casuals." Here's what they had to say about Destiny 2 after it was released.
Do you like to lick balls or like being lied to? Do you like games with content hidden behind a paywall? Do you like bland, short storylines and not being challenged? Do you like beating a game in 5 hours with nothing to do afterwards? How about ugly armor and lots of it? Reskins of ugly armor. Weapon reskins, zero individuality with abilities. Blue engrams as a token for the highest, most rewarding mission. Being cheated out of XP. Games with no improvement from the first. Races with no rewards. And this game's for you. 1 star.
He's not wrong.
I want to be friends with that guy.
Oh, you can call him up. Woody.
Hey, Woody.
You got a friend in me.
There's
There's a snake in my boots.
Anyways, follow the ETC Twitch community. It is friends of the show. We'll leave a link in the description below. If you stream on Twitch, join that, and you'll pop up there whenever you're streaming. We can check out your stream. Other than that, watch us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Elliot ETC, and twitch.tv/It's Ricky for the win. Elliot is about 45 hours or so into Witcher 3 with no end.
It's never gonna end. It's my own personal hell now.
Yeah, you did this to yourself.
I'm a completionist, and this game is preying on my tendencies.
Well, you have to finish it before Rage 2 comes out, Elliot.
Yeah.
I don't know why people were that excited about this.
I don't know either.
Well, I wasn't a huge. I don't think I ever played the
Also,
first
why the fuck are you announcing games like a month before E3? That's not a good
That
sign.
game sucked ass.
Because they knew people were going to be very upset that their only other announcements are.
Fallout's coming to the phone.
It's coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
Fallout VR 2.
Yeah. Anyways, watch this week's Monday morning live stream where we discuss whether or not Deadpool 2 has enough gas in the tank to potentially beat Solo in box office numbers. And watch last week's episode of T.U.G.S, which, who knows? It's probably about more lawsuits and stuff. You'll have to find out by clicking the damn link. We'll see you next time. Bye.